Do you have difficulty maintaining a straight line when you're swimming in open water? Stay tuned to find out how you could go through this drill progression and balance your stroke to maintain that straight line when swimming in open water. What's going on? My name is Ian, and I am coming to you today to go through a drill progression that I got from a guy whose name is Chad Castillo. Chad, if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, please forgive me. I found Chad through Instagram, and he posted this great drill progression to help swimmers and triathletes maintain a straight line while swimming in open water. So Chad, thank you very much for sharing this drill progression with me. I am going to go through it with you guys today, and I would love to hear in the comments if this has helped you. So when it comes to swimming in open water, one of the things that makes it far more difficult than swimming in the pool is the fact that you can't see anything on the bottom. So when you're swimming in the pool, you have a long black line that stretches from one end of the pool to the other end of the pool, and you know whether you're swimming straight or you're not. When you're swimming in open water, you don't have that black line, you can't see the bottom, and it's difficult to tell whether or not you're maintaining a straight line until you come up and you sight. This could be because your stroke is actually imbalanced.
What's up, guys? So I've been sitting on this video for a little while now. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna post it anyway because I think the content is good, but like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So if you could, please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you do try this drill progression and it helps you or it doesn't help you, please let me know, because those are things that are important. Another side note, I forgot to mention this before you get into the actual drill progression, you want to think of your chest and your lungs as your balance point, mostly because when your lungs fill up with air, that's a giant buoy that you have to float on. So you want that to be your balance point when you're in the water. So if this is your body, your lungs are up here, it's going to be much easier for you to balance on your lungs and then do the drills that I give you in the rest of the progression. So if you need to, practice that first before you go through this drill progression. So you really want to practice balancing on your chest and your lungs using that internal buoy that you have, then work your way into the rest of this drill progression. I hope that's clear. If not, please let me know. As always, you can reach out to me with any questions that you may have. And from here, I will leave you with the rest of this drill progression. So here you go.
So the first thing that you want to start with is you want to start with measuring how balanced your stroke is. Stick with me on this one. What I want you to do is I want you to get in the pool. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to swim 10 strokes down the middle of the lane and see how far you can get. Can you complete the 10 strokes without bumping into the lane line? Can you complete the 10 strokes, and see how far you go? Or are you hitting a lane line? Are you hopefully not bashing into the person next to you? Please try this while there is no one else in the lane, and see how far you can get before you bump into something or at the end of the 10 strokes. Now we're going to go into the drill progression. For this drill progression, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you if you have a set of fins. If you have fins, you can go ahead and throw them on. If you are a member at a health club or a place that has a pool, 9 times out of 10, they have fins available for you to go ahead and use. Grab a pair of those fins, throw them on, and then start this drill progression. So the first thing in the drill progression that you're going to do is you're going to do what's called the rotisserie. You want to pretend like there's a pole going from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, down the middle of your body. I tell my swimmers this all the time. You're going to simply start with your hands down at your sides like this. You're going to push off the wall. You're going to begin kicking your feet. You're going to have your head down like this, and you are simply going to rotate to the side to take a breath, come back down, rotate to the other side, take a breath, come back down, and continue on. I usually like to tell my swimmers to count for somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds with your head underwater while you're doing the kicking. So again, you're kicking like this, you're counting to 3, coming to the side to take a breath, down, coming to the side, and you're taking a breath. Notice that I never lift my head this way when coming up to take a breath. We are strictly focusing on keeping a balanced stroke. We're not worried about sighting. The second drill is what's called long dog, or more commonly known as the doggy paddle. So you're going to have your hands starting out in front of you, still with those fins on, you're kicking your feet. You're going to reach down, pull water all the way back to your toes, finishing at your hip, coming back up to the front. This is an underwater recovery. Take your other hand, pull down to your hip, push the water to your toes, underwater recovery back. Notice your opposite hand stays in front of you the whole time. Pull down, push through, underwater recovery, back up. Also notice each hand is staying on its side of the body. There is no crossover here. So that middle line, everything stays on its own side. The next drill you're going to do is one arm freestyle. Now you can do this in a few different ways. You can do one arm all the way down for a 25 in the pool and then do the other arm back, or you can take 3 strokes with one arm and then 3 strokes with the other arm. But one arm freestyle is just that. So you start with your hands out in front of you, 3 strokes on one side. You would go 1, out of water recovery, 2, 3, take your breath, come back in and start the other arm. 1, 2, 3, you can take your breath there, come back up, and then you would move on to your other arm. If you are going to do a full 25, you would simply do your full 25 on that same arm, breathing every 3 or 5 strokes, whichever feels good for you. And then when you got down to the end, you would turn around and come back using your other arm. The last thing that you're going to do is you're going to put all of those pieces together. So you're going to have a nice, even freestyle stroke. You're going to be nice and relaxed. You're going to balance on your lungs here. You're going to start and push off in a nice streamline, have a nice balanced stroke, breathing every third, keeping your head nice and low, and you're going to do a nice, easy 50 of your freestyle. You can take your fins off at this point. You could do another freestyle 50, nice and balanced, without your fins on. And then the last thing that I would like you to do is do that drill that we did from the beginning and measure and see how far you can get. Can you do 10 strokes without hitting the lane line? Can you do 10 strokes and get further than you did the first time we did this drill? Guys, I would really love it if you could let me know in the comments below if this video helped you at all. I thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support as always, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.